Well, now between rainstorms, I'm going to go ahead and try to get some work done. See how that goes. You know how it is. But I think I can do something. Got a lot of parts in, and it's time to get to work. And the first thing of business is to put the new clutch fan on. That actually should be the appropriate length. And I think it is. It looks like it. And I can finally tighten down the fan shroud and fire my cameraman, who apparently is me, I guess. So, yeah, fire myself because the camera angle is not desirable. Well, HR had a word with me myself, or however you want to put it, and I got to do better. How am I going to get this out of there now? So at the beginning, yeah, I buy a whole box. A whole box of it. Yeah, that's right. I buy a whole box of heater hose at a time. Why? Because I get tired of going to the parts store all the time. So I just order me one large box for myself. There it is. There we go. Alright. Oh. Now I can route my other heater hose the way I want. And measure from the box, I guess. And Mother Nature still being a pain. Rain, no rain, rain, no rain, rain, no rain. So, yeah. Now I gotta measure a little bit. Let's kind of do it like this, you know? Because why not? Well, that's cool. That's really cool. Look at that. There's a likely risk of severe weather today. Wind, tornadoes, and hail are possible. Look out for large hail. Yeah. And powerful tornadoes. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I'll be alright. But until those strong storms get here, I'm going to fire myself again. I'm going to change this valve cover here. As y'all know, I got those hollies in and they're cleaned up. And you're going to see what they look like while they're on the car. So, I'm going to take them off and keep y'all dry. And eventually I'll clean up this wiring, but like I said, I got time until those storms hit, thankfully. And we can see what it looks like under these valve covers too while we're at it. Alright, let's see how well this engine was taken care of. You know what? That looks pretty good, actually. Look at that. That is clean. That is nice and clean. Don't see any sludge. Everything looks pretty good, so it did sit for a while. But the guy took care of it, and that's what matters. Now I got one last thing to do real quick before we get rained out here. Whoop, turn that around. I want this to be a surprise. Quit looking. There we go. Alright. I'm going to get this thing secured down. And then y'all can see what it looks like. Well, both of them anyway. Ah, come on. I can hear the thunder. Yeah. So what I got to do, honestly, is get this going. And once I get these valve covers on, I am going to have to... Come on, where? Oh, okay. Bolts are accounted for. I was getting scared there for a second. Once I get these valve covers on, I gotta move some vehicles and cover them up. because I don't want another catastrophe like with the G8 when, you know, it got beat to death with hell, and that was a whole ordeal. So yeah, slide these down real quick and I'll show you. Now look at that, would you? Just look at it. Look at that, you can see yourself in it. Yeah, I took a little time and you know, detailed these pretty decently. I mean, look at that. I think those look really good on there now. From what those were to what they are now, man, they look a whole lot better. Although it's kind of fogging up from the rain. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to call it here because you can hear the rain picking up and the thunder picking up, so we're gonna call it here. But man, oh man, look at that. A lot better, huh? Now literally I gotta cover stuff up and, you know, move stuff, and this workbench is in my way. Probably gonna pull that around there and cover up the, yeah, large hill I don't like. So yeah, I'm gonna, that piece of crap too over there, that Dodge, that's junk anyway. Yeah, it's gonna move. So it's the next morning and everything is fine, and I'm glad. But now I gotta see what to do next. I need to tighten the clamp for the hose. I didn't do that. For the upper radiator hose. I do got some carburetor studs instead of bolts because I prefer that better. The clutch fan is on. And it's in a little bit further than I'd like, but you know what? It's there. It's not sticking way out, or way that way. So that's good. Maybe I need to get the transmission lines ready. I really don't want to crawl under it, but I guess I will. It's going to be a little bit of a pain to reroute those, but it'll be fine. Might have to bend the lines a little bit. Not a problem. Now, thankfully, the storms didn't destroy my high-dollar workbench here either, so I'm thankful for that. But, yeah, this is the, one of the better ones I had laying around. I didn't really plan to put a cooler on it, or an extra cooler, because it's still going to go through the radiator. This will still help it cool down just a little bit more. Usually what I like to do is get both these started and actually on there. Because when you're trying to put the hoses on, you know, in the car, it's kind of a pain because you can't grab it just right and all that. So I do it now. And then I just, you know, snippy. That way, lines are already on, and when I put it, you know, in front of the radiator somewhere, I'm not struggling to, you know, put them on after that. I forgot to hit the record button. I was filling this up and I forgot there's no plug there. Oops. Alright, well, found a plug. Let's go ahead and put that in there now, you know? Happy little plug. That was my mistake. Now I'll put the new carburetor studs on because anymore I like carburetor studs. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. Now for the front studs, what I have is a ARP 3-inch carburetor spacer stud kit. Yeah, there we go. And that bracket got in the way. Oh, you weren't there a minute ago. Come on. Oh, sometimes I wonder. And how did it get in the bind? It probably put it in the bind, and now it's going to be a pain in my rear. No, come on. Really? Really? That's just ridiculous. That is... There. Stupid freaking bracket. Alright. Honestly, with a 3-inch, it has room for a little bit of a spacer. if there's more hood clearance, but you know, whatever. And there's plenty of room on the back of the studs for a throttle bracket, depending on how I go about that. Put that back on. I need to put a plug there too. Don't want to vacuum leak there. Now I'm trying to clean up a little bit and make it look a little bit better, because no one wants to see rainbow spaghetti everywhere. And these stupid things would do their job. There we go. Kinda, sorta, not really. There's a lot of it. I thought I had some larger of these looms, but apparently I don't. Alright, look at that. It's looking a lot better. A lot better. See, the hoses are nice. Transmission lines are down. Connected. Transmission cooler. Or external, extra transmission cooler, whatever. It's set up right. I don't like that. If I was going to keep this car for me, I would have cut all the extra wires for the AC. But someone may want them back, so I'm going to leave them tucked up in there. That way they're not all the way over there. Cleans it up. Got the extra ground going to the frame. That. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the coolant over there and see how the starter turns over and kind of mixes the coolant, and then add more green Kool-Aid to it. Well, the battery could be a little low, but oh, it wasn't on there very good. I thought I had on there better, but whatever. It turns over. They had 4 shims in that starter. I was like, ugh. I just put that one on there, no shims. It sounds great anyway, so that's working. The battery could be low. It's been a while since I ran it, so it could be a little low. Not a big deal though. We'll take care of that. And I'm just gonna top off the Kool-Aid over there, and tastes like Kool-Aid anyway, you know. Yeah. Eventually, I still need to make a bracket for that old dipstick now. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. A lot better. I'm happy. Oh, look who came back. Hi, Bunny. Nope, okay, don't care. Well, I'm done now for what I'm gonna do. One thing I do need to do is obviously wire up a pigtail for the HEI, find a carburetor. Wheels and tires, still second thing. Third is exhaust. It should be ready to go after that. I hope. So we'll see what happens. Finding wheels and tires, not the easiest. Finding a good, decent carburetor that's used, that isn't almost the price of a new one's ridiculous. I may have to break down and buy a new one, but that's after if I sell that workbench or that thing right there. And yeah, I did some work to that one too, so yay! Constant. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.